महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले।
बाप दादा ने देखा, अभी भी बाप द्वारा दिए हुए विश्व सेवादारी का वरदान हर बच्चे ने अति स्नेह और दिल से किया है और कर रहे हैं। रिजल्ट भी बाप दादा ने देखी। हर एक बच्चे के दिल में लगन है। मेरा बाबा और बाप के दिल में स्नेह। वाह मेरे बच्चे। वर्तमान समय मेजॉरिटी छोटे बड़े सेंटर्स निवासी बच्चों में उमंग है कि अभी जल्दी से जल्दी चारों ओर पाप को प्रत्यक्ष करना ही है। ये उमंग, ये उत्साह बाप दादा ने चक्कर लगा के देखा। छोटे बड़े सेवा केंद्र के बच्चों को सेवा का उमंग बहुत 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 अच्छा है और आगे भी अच्छा रहेगा। तो बाप दादा आज समय के दिन चारों ओर के चाहे देश चाहे विदेश सभी बच्चों को अपने दृष्टि से दिल से स्नेह और सेवा का रिटर्न, दिल का स्नेह याद प्यार पदम गुना दे रहे। अभी समय अनुसार जो उमंग है कि पाप को प्रत्यक्ष करना है, वो धीरे धीरे आत्माओं के दिल में भी आने लगा है। समझते हैं कि ब्रह्मा कुमारियों ने कुछ पाया है, परिवर्तन हो रहा है। पहले जो समझते थे पता नहीं क्या करते हैं, अब यहाँ तक आए कि अच्छा कार्य कर रहे हैं। जो हम नहीं कर सकते वो इन्होंने अपने संगठन में सफलता पाई। इसलिए आज बाप दादा सामने बैठे हुए बच्चों को वाचारों और जो भी बच्चे सुन रहे हैं देख रहे हैं सभी बच्चों को दिल का स्नेह, दिल का प्यार विशेष दे रहे। अभी आगे क्या करना है?
आओ तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, आओ तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे।
ओम शांति। अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 20। इस अव्यक्ति मास में बंधन मुक्त रह जीवन मुक्त स्थिति का अनुभव करो। आज का विषय है बिनती रूप की स्थिति। अव्यक्ति शारी, अभी समय की बचत, संकल्पों की बचत, शक्ति के बचत की योजना बनाकर बिंदी रूप की स्थिति को बढ़ाओ। जितना बिंदी रूप की स्थिति होगी, उतना कोई भी इविल स्पिरिट व इविल संस्कार का फोर्स आप लोगों पर वार नहीं करेगा। आप भी उनसे मुक्त रहेंगे और आपका शक्ति रूप उन्हों को भी मुक्त करेगा। दिलाराम भट्टी के लिए अभ्यास का पॉइंट है जीवन मुक्ति दाता। बाबा आपको केवल जिंदा रहने की चेतना से मुक्त करते हैं। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। सभी खुश राजी हैं। खुश भी हैं, राजी भी हैं, मौज में भी हैं। ब्रह्मा बाबा के बारे में समय प्रति समय चर्चा चलती है और मैं भी बहुत सोचती हूँ कि कैसे बाबा ने 33 वर्ष में यज्ञ में कितनी प्रकार की बातें आई। 300 का परिवार था, बाबा संभालते रहे सबको, परंतु बाबा हर्षित भी रहे और अपने पुरुषार्थ की लगन में, बाबा की याद की लगन में मगन रहते थे। बाबा पर जितना हम सबको निश्चय है, सभी को प्यार भी है, उतना ही ज्ञान के हर महावाक्य, हर शब्द पर उतना ही निश्चय जरूरी है। मनन चिंतन बुद्धि मन सबका चलता रहे। जैसे हमारी दादियाँ थी, उन्होंने बाबा के ज्ञान को बिल्कुल ऐसे लिया जैसे जितना ही निश्चय बाबा पर उतना ही ज्ञान। बाबा कहते हैं बच्चे, ड्रामा कल्याणकारी है, हम सब जानते हैं राय, फिर भी हम लोग काफी मन में संकल्प और मुख से भी इसका क्या फायदा, उसका क्या फायदा, ये क्यों हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था, नहीं कितने संकल्प चल जाते हैं। कल्याण पता लगता है, बाद में पता लगता है, लेकिन उसी समय पर ये संकल्प लें, ये भी ड्रामा में ऐसा ही होना था, इसमें भी कल्याण है, तो ड्रामा में यही होना था, इसमें भी कल्याण है, तो थोड़ा बाद में दिखाई पड़ता है कल्याण। हमने बाबा से एक बार पूछा, बाबा क्यों ऐसे संबंधों में, लौकिक में इस तरह का हमें बंधन भी होता है, बातें भी होती हैं। तो बाबा ने कहा निर्मोही बनने के लिए आती है। अगर उनका आपके साथ ऐसा व्यवहार नहीं होगा तो आपकी दिल नहीं टूटेगी। और सच्ची बात है, क्योंकि जब आप बहुत समीप के संबंधों वालों को भी बहुत कुछ आपको सुनना पड़ता है, तो आपको लगता है कि इनका प्यार कहाँ है अभी। तो ऐसा लगता है ना कि हाँ, देह के संबंध है। तो इसलिए उन संबंधों में लौकिक और अलौकिक बनाने, क्योंकि हमारे दिल में तो नहीं रहता है ना। हम तो सोचते हैं चलो जो वो कर रहे हैं अपनी फर्ज अदाई कर रहे हैं। हर एक माँ बाप को अपनी कन्या के लिए जहाँ भी हो सुखी हो, और कन्या के लिए तो हमेशा कहते ही हैं कि उसको घर बदलना ही है, घर छोड़ना ही है। तो बाबा, हाँ, जैसे लौकिक माता पिता हर बात में यही सोचते हैं इसका कि भविष्य क्या होगा। तो बाबा ने किस तरह से अपने को सदा हर्षित रखा, उमंग उत्साह रहा, कोई भी बात परिस्थिति का प्रभाव नहीं पड़ा बाबा पर। और आजकल बाबा कहते हैं बहुत अटेंशन दो, कोई प्रभाव न पड़े, किसी की छाया न हो, कोई भी परिस्थिति का प्रभाव नहीं हो, व्यक्ति के स्वभाव संस्कार का भी प्रभाव न हो। हमारी मामा भी ऐसे ही पुरुषार्थी थी, बहुत प्रेम से। कोई भी बाबा उनको कहते थे जब कुछ भी संस्कार थे, मम्मा के पास जाओ, प्रेम से उनकी बात सुनती थी और प्रेम से ही फिर समझाती थी कि देखो बाबा ये कहते हैं, बाबा ये शिक्षा देते हैं। तो हम लोग भी इस तरह से अगर मनन चिंतन भी करें, और जब कुछ बोले भी, एक बार बाबा ने कहा था जब भाषण करते हो हर लाइन के बाद बाबा बोलो। चलो भाषण के टाइम नहीं, आपस में तो कह सकते हैं आज बाबा ने ये कहा था, आज बाबा ने ये कहा था। तो वो भी तो एक तरह से याद है ना। तो इसलिए आज तो बाबा बता रहे हैं कि इशारा है बिंदु रूप की स्थिति, बिंदी, बिंदु कहो बिंदी कहो। तो दो तरह के अर्थ होते हैं बिंदी का, एक फुल स्टॉप और दूसरा जैसे बीज होता है ना। तो बिंदु का मतलब कि सार रूप में रहो, विस्तार में नहीं जाओ। देखो स्टॉप अगर नहीं लगता है, कहते हैं लगता नहीं है, तो आगे बढ़ जाते हैं। और बहुत जरूरी है, अगर लंबे समय का अभ्यास नहीं है तो फुल स्टॉप नहीं लगेगा, सोचते रहेंगे, बुद्धि चलती रहेगी। हम सभी पुरुषार्थ कर रहे हैं, अनुभव भी हो रहे हैं, अनुभवी बन रहे हैं, और अपने ऊपर जैसे और ऐसा अटेंशन दें कि जब चाहे हम बिंदु लगा सकें, अपने बिंदु स्वरूप में टिक सकें। अपना स्वरूप भी हमारा आत्मा एक छोटी सी बिंदी है, बिंदु है। तो इसलिए बहुत अच्छा है, पर काफी अभ्यास की जरूरत है। बाबा कहते हैं अभी समय की बचत, समय की बचत, संकल्पों की बचत, शक्ति की बचत की योजना प्लानिंग करो, अपने लिए प्रोग्राम बनाओ, योजना बनाकर बिंदी रूप में इसकी स्थिति को बढ़ाओ, बिंदु रूप की स्थिति को बढ़ाओ। बाबा कहता था हमेशा, जैसे और प्लान करते हो ना, सर्विस के लिए कई तरह के प्लान बनाते हो, उसी तरह से अपनी स्थिति हमारी कैसे बनी रहे उसका भी प्लान बनाओ, हाँ, प्रोग्राम बनाओ। बाबा कहते हैं कि जितना बिंदी रूप को इस जितना बिंदी रूप स्थिर होगी, स्थिर रहे, उतना ही क्या होगा। बाबा कहते हैं कि कोई भी इविल स्पिरिट व इविल संस्कार का फोर्स आप लोगों पर वार नहीं करेगा। कोई भी किसी की ईर्ष्या है, द्वेष है, किसी भी कारण से कोई भी आपके प्रति शुभ भावना नहीं रखते हैं, तो अगर बिंदु रूप स्थिति है तो बाबा कहता है आप पर प्रभाव नहीं पड़ेगा, चाहे वो मन से कितना भी आपके लिए बुरा सोचे। तो बाबा कहते हैं आप भी उनसे मुक्त रहेंगे तो आपका शक्ति स्वरूप उन्हों को भी मुक्त करेगा। हर एक बात के लिए पहले खुद बनना होता है, तो दूसरों का अपने आप अटेंशन जाएगा, भाई ये तो इतना नहीं सोचते हैं, ये तो इतना बोलते नहीं हैं, इनका तो हर बात में संयम है। तो जैसे दूसरों के मन में भी आएगा हम भी ऐसे करें, हम भी ऐसे करें। कुछ भी सेवा करना चाहते हैं तो अपने एग्जाम्पल से होता है। हमारे पास हारमोनी हाउस में कई नए आते थे, उनको जब ड्यूटी मिलती थी रिसेप्शन पर, तो उनका जो बोल होता था कईयों का तो बहुत मीठा था, तो मैं जानबूझ के फोन करके उनको बहुत पहले प्लीज आप मेरे को इससे बात करा दो। तो फिर मैंने देखा धीरे धीरे उनके शब्द भी बदलने शुरू हो गए। और जब भी कुछ आता है अपने मन से जो संकल्प करेंगे, कुछ भी होता है चलो आगे बढ़ो, और फिर पीछे की सोचते रहेंगे तो आगे कैसे बढ़ेंगे। बढ़ना आगे चाहते हैं और सोचते पीछे का है, तो ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी अटेंशन देने की बात है कि चाहते तो हम आगे बढ़ें, पर हमारा सोच और बोल तो पास्ट का है। तो फ्यूचर में जाना है या पास्ट में जाना है। पास्ट को तो पास्ट करना है और फ्यूचर में ही तो हम सबको जाना है। तो इसलिए बहुत ध्यान दें, हम बिंदी रूप की स्थिति को स्थिर करना है, क्योंकि 2 मिनट 5 मिनट रहेगा फिर और संकल्प आ जाते हैं, परंतु हम बस बिंदी रूप में टिक जाएं, स्थिर हो जाएं। तो अभी हम कुछ मिनटों के लिए बैठेंगे और अपनी बिंदी रूप की स्थिति, मन के लिए भी बुद्धि के लिए भी, बुद्धि भी बहुत चलती है नहीं, संकल्प भी आते हैं और बुद्धि भी बहुत चलती है, पर दोनों पर हम फुल स्टॉप भी लगा सकें और आत्मिक स्थिति बिंदु रूप की स्थिति में भी रहें। ओम शांति।
बाबा तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए।
अव्यक्त वाणी, तारीख है 9 मई 1977। संपूर्ण पवित्रता ही विशेष पाठ बजाने वालों का श्रृंगार है। साक्षी और साथीपन की विशेषता से ड्रामा के हर पार्ट को बजाते हुए कभी टेंशन नहीं आ सकता। तो अपने इस विशेष कल्याणकारी समय को समझते हुए हर सेकंड के संस्कारों का रिकॉर्ड नंबर 1 स्टेज में भरते जाओ। नॉलेजफुल स्टेज अर्थात इस संगम युग की स्थिति का आसन जानते हो। भक्ति मार्ग में विद्या की देवी सरस्वती को कौन सा आसन दिखाया है, इसे क्यों दिखाया है, इसका विशेष गुण कौन सा गाया हुआ है। उसका विशेष गुण पहला नॉलेजफुल का ही दिखाया है ना। राइट और रॉन्ग, सत्य और असत्य को जानने वाला, यह भी नॉलेज हुई ना। तो नॉलेजफुल का आसन भी नॉलेज वाला ही दिखाया है। विशेष नॉलेज है राइट और रॉन्ग को जानने की। दूसरी बात, आपकी स्थिति का यादगार भी आसन के रूप में दिखाया है। सदा शुद्ध संकल्प का भोजन बुद्धि द्वारा ग्रहण करने वाला, सदा ही सर्वात्माओं द्वारा व रचना द्वारा गुण धारण करने वाला, उसी को मोती चुगने वाला दिखाया है। तीसरी बात, स्वच्छता। स्वच्छता की निशानी सफेद रंग दिखाया है। स्वच्छता अर्थात पवित्रता। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति।
तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। ओ मधुबन वाले बाबा, ओ मीठे प्यारे बाबा, तूने प्यार जो दिया है, तूने प्यार जो दिया है, भला कैसे भुलाए। ओ मधुबन वाले बाबा।
दूसरे बाप दादा के घर में आए हैं तो जरूर उनको याद करते होंगे। फिर यहाँ आकर के खाना पीना बैठना एक के घर में और याद करना दूसरे को, भाई ये तो ठगी हो जाएंगी। क्यों? तो बाप ने समझाया है। एक होती है अव्यभिचारी याद, दूसरी होती है व्यभिचारी याद। अभी व्यभिचारी माना बहुत मित्र संबंधियों को याद करना, ठीक है नहीं? कोई भी याद करे। और कोई होते हैं नहीं, हम तो एक दूसरा न कोई कहते हो ना बरोबर, हाँ? तो एक माना वो हो गया अव्यभिचारी याद। अभी दूसरी कोई की भी याद पड़ती है तो हो जाती है व्यभिचारी याद। तो याद करना तो एक को याद करना है, क्योंकि अभी तो बच्चों को ज्ञान मिला, वो एक तो हमारा कमाल करके विश्व का मालिक कर देते हैं। माना मेरा तो एक है, तो एक भक्ति मार्ग में भी भक्ति करना, पूजा करना, फलाना करना, क्योंकि भक्ति में याद तो पड़ती है ऐसे ही, क्योंकि वो हम बच्चे बाबा भी कहते हैं कि हमने भी तो पहले पहले ईश्वर बाबा की भक्ति की है, तो हमने बहुत भक्ति की है। अब बेचारी से उतर करके बेचारी में चले आए हैं। अभी भी क्या कहना चाहिए बच्चों को, जब अंजाम करते हम एक को ही याद करने करेंगे तो बाप रोज रोज ऐसे ही कहते हैं। बच्चे कहते हैं बाबा शिव बाबा याद नहीं पड़ते हैं, तो बाबा कहते हैं वाह, तुम जब भक्ति मार्ग करते थे तभी भी इंतजाम करते थे, हम शिव बाबा की ही याद करेंगे, अगर बेचारी भक्ति करेंगे, दूसरा कोई को नहीं, क्योंकि दूसरा कोई भी फायदा पहुंचाने वाला कोई नहीं, क्योंकि यही है पतित पावन, एक कोई कहा जाते हैं। तो वो भी ऊंचे से ऊंचा, भक्ति में भी वो ऊंचे से ऊंचा। तो अभी तो भक्ति तो नहीं है बच्चों को, अभी बच्चों को है ज्ञान, उसमें भी है याद किसकी, ज्ञान के सागर की।
प्राणों के प्राण है हम पर तेरे बड़े एहसान, कि तुमने प्रभु से मिला दिया, कि तुमने प्रभु से मिला दिया। तेरे कर्म इतने महान जो लगने लगे तुम्ही भगवान, कि तुमने अंतर मिटा दिया।
Om Shanti. In this Avyakt month, stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life, the stage of being a point. Now, make a plan to save your time, your thoughts, and your power, and increase your stage of being the form of a point. The longer you have the stage of being a point, you will accordingly not be attacked by any evil spirit or evil sanskar. You will remain free from those, and your form of power will also liberate them. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's Date. In this Avyakt month, stay free from bondage and experience the stage of liberation in life. Today's topic, the stage of being a point. Dilaram Bhatti, point for practice, the bestower of liberation in life. Jivan Mukti Data. He frees you from survival level consciousness. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone happy? Yes. This month of January is such a month that most of the time Brahma Baba comes in front, and as we all have to follow Baba, then like what the quality of efforts. Of course, he was fortunate that Shiv Baba used him as a medium and stayed as companion, but Brahma Baba himself made lot of effort, attention on remembrance, especially remembrance. And Baba used to give good example that while cooking, while eating, there are certain actions which doesn't require any concentration. They're like your routine, they're like your habit, and you just do them. And that's the time you can remember Baba. Same as while cooking, while eating. So remembrance, and then Baba explains that remembrance is from the heart. Remembrance is with love, of course. And I think that Baba was able to do it because he was constantly churning knowledge. And I think when Baba used to say to himself, his mind, full stop, it will stop. We find that even if we say drama, beneficial, let's move forward, but still mind goes, last week this one did this to me, last week this happened, right? That means even if he said at that time, drama is beneficial, but then still continues, right? As if you are using the brake and car doesn't stop. So what we have to do? Go and get our brake fixed, right? Because it's very dangerous, no? And especially when you have high speed on the road and your brake doesn't work properly. So what will happen? Accident, right? Accident means we don't want a conflict, but it appears. We don't want to be in argument, but it happens. We don't want it, right? But still it happens. That means your brake is not working. So how do we fix our brake? And that's drama. It had to happen, it happened. There must be some benefit. Baba used to give many examples to see that if any situation happens, if children are still in a very stable stage, one of kind of habit or nature is, I forgot, right? Oh, I just forgot. So one time something happened and Didi one Mohini said, I forgot. So Baba says, how many souls will have wasteful thoughts because you forgot this? So she really kind of said, yes, I shouldn't, right? So she was little kind of sad. So Baba said, can there be a mistake in drama? It's a lot of learning that attention should be there, but also very quickly improve yourself, but don't waste your thoughts. So Baba used to say, bhool mein bhi bhala. Sometimes you make a mistake, but there is some benefit in that also. Because you learn that I shouldn't forget, right? So most important is use of the break to stop. And when you are able to stop, you can be in soul consciousness as a point. You cannot become a point of light unless, as Baba talks about, that freedom. Brahma Baba always thought of future, of yagya, well-being of every child, sustaining the family with speaking Murli in the morning. Like he always not only kept himself busy, but future. What's the future? Stay in the present, but don't go in the past. So, a Vyakti signal is the stage of being a point. Baba says, you make plans to save your time, your thoughts, and your powers, and increase your stage of being a form of a point. Full stop and point of light, that is soul consciousness. Because unless you can stop, because all that is happening because of body consciousness. When you stop, then you can be a point. And Baba wants us to have stability in that stage. So Baba says that the longer you have the stage of being a point, longer you have stage of being point of light, you will accordingly, Baba says, not be attacked by any evil spirit or evil sanskar. Sanskar brings a big, big attack, right? Baba says you will remain free from these, and your form of power will also liberate others, liberate them. Image of power. And power coming from where? By using full stop, right? Your power is increasing. So there is no wastage. Not only that, but then again, point of light, I am a point. So this is bringing power. So when you are serving, as much you increase your power, others will feel that power. It will help them. One is just speaking, but other is power in your words. I know Baba used to talk about the sword. that there were some kings, their sword was very known because it was very, very sharp. So power which comes through not wasting, no negative, just being soul consciousness. And I like it when Baba said, then there will not be any influence of evil, any, whether it is your sanskars or anyone's sanskar. And I think that's what we are planning to achieve. That when I say stop, it stops. And when I say I'm point of light, I am able to do that. Right? Because there is no wastage, no excessive. If something you can say in 5 words, you don't need to speak 5 sentences, right? 5 words can be enough. Right? So you start becoming essential more and more. Baba gives example of those days, Brahma Baba's time, from I don't know which country, maybe it was England, saccharine start coming. Very, very little, in a little box, very nice box. You put very little one in a cup of tea or coffee, it will sweeten it. I mean, later on, now these days they have herbal also. From the plant, they make saccharine with sugar of different kind. So that's what Baba wants us to be very essential, but very powerful. Whatever not working in our life is lack of power, right? As much we will increase our power, then the quality of souls, quality of your giving, both will keep improving day by day. So I think that be a point and use a point. What comes first, be a point or stop? So I keep thinking, if I don't stop, how can I be a point, right? But it could be other way around. If I am a point, I will be able to stop. Interconnected. Okay, Om Shanti.
Hello, Didi. Om Shanti.
Hello. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Wow. Um, sometimes there's days you want to last longer, and often that's the feeling with the 18th of January. That it's so special. And we finished yesterday by watching the movie, and of course that created a lot of feelings as well. So very much Brahma Baba in our hearts, in our thoughts. And I hadn't realized, but yesterday would have been the 50th, 18th of January that I celebrated. And the first 18th of January was in Madhavan. So I think that was significant. So the 18th of January has had significance for me throughout my Brahmin life for different reasons. And it was in those days that I realized Baba as well and made that commitment. So a thought came yesterday, and I don't even know if you can answer it, because it's something I would like to research. And I was seeing someone's response to the movie last night, and Brahma Baba. Do you think that brothers relate differently to Brahma Baba, than sisters do?
Yeah, before we go into that, I want that share a little bit about, how did your recognition of Brahma Baba, your love and respect for Brahma Baba, because there are some, no, they say, no, why we just go to point of light, and so why it is important, and how you in your life you maintain that relationship and the love with Brahma Baba.
Yeah. I think when something, because I usually have my own ideas about things, and I don't like what before Baba. And so when I first came, there wasn't that attraction to Brahma Baba. In fact, there was a little bit of a distance. And it was then when I went to Madhavan itself that I began to be aware of who this man was. And even though Madhavan was very small at that time, but the things that he had done, and not least, I was seeing that mirrored in Daddy and Didi and the others. And so it was like the proof of who he was, in a sense. But then after the realization, and that's a story by itself, it was like as if he came more in my meditation. And I've often said, maybe I've said it here as well, that Shiv Baba would demand our love, would demand our remembrance. Brahma Baba never did. But he came to me, really, even in a visionary sort of way, when I was in Tennyson Road after I came back from India the first time, and I'd been there 5 months. And it was like going from a rejection of him to begin with to great love for him. And I think one of the things that also influenced me, maybe not that much, but when I went to live with Daddy Janki, and what touched me was the awareness that she was in love with Baba. She didn't just have love for him, even though she would say her favorite relationship was the father and the child, but it was like being romantically in love with someone, the way that she spoke about him and so on. That had an influence on me. And since then, it's just, it has only grown. That, and one of the things too, I think, is that his ordinariness, his availability, his, just his humanity, it was that made him extraordinary. Leaving aside Shiv Baba and the role that he played, that he was the instrument for, but as a human being, there was something very ordinary, not mundane, but ordinary, in that he wasn't like, how sometimes I see these pictures with lights all around him and I'm up in the clouds and everything. And that doesn't make a lot of sense for me. But it was because he walked the earth as a human being. And just like, you were saying about the kind of effort that he made. And it's been said in the Murlis as well that, the greater the soul is, the bigger the tests. And then with humility, he would say, children, the tests all came to me first, that you're not having to do anything or have any difficulty, that you're doing it by yourself. I've already done it, so I have that empathy for you. I have that understanding of you. And to me, I was saying to someone yesterday, I really don't think and maybe some would disagree with me, unless you know Brahma Baba, I don't think it's possible to really know God.
Mm-hmm.
To really know God in the fullest, to know God as the mother, to know God as the father, all of those things. Am I wrong?
No, you are right.
Yeah.
Because when we want to experience love, it comes through Baba Drishti, no?
Yeah.
It's not coming from point to point, right? Because God manifests himself through Brahma Baba. And there are so many religious leaders, but he was very unique, very special. And even as you said, as a human,
Yeah.
he was very much charitable.
His
He had
integrity.
his character, his
Yeah.
family life, so very, very human.
Just like you said earlier, you were mentioning, the point, and you said that it also means the seed, although we know the seed in terms of the beach. But again, you're always going to know that you're going to get the best results if the seed is good, but it has to be planted in really good soil as well. Even if the seed is wonderful, but the soil is not filled with all the right things, then that seed is not going to flourish. And so Brahma Baba is the soil, isn't he? And I sometimes wonder, if Little Baba, Brahma Baba, also, this sounds sacrilegious, but he also had an influence on Big Baba. Can we say that we know that Shiv Baba influenced Brahma Baba, but can we say in some ways that Brahma Baba, maybe influence is not the right word, but
Yeah.
do you think?
I think that they work together, If the two souls can stay in the forehead, and today, like, people don't want, they want a single room, they don't want to share a room even.
Right.
And here it was a little space. And even it's not for a long time or for hours, but whenever, like, I feel that how much affiliation, how much similarity.
Yes.
So whether we call influence of each other, but they were
Yeah.
together. Being together for so many years, I think it's amazing. So definitely I will say that Shiv Baba's love for Brahma Baba and Baba's love for Shiv Baba.
Yeah.
Shiv Baba also loved him and chose him. Even we know he was chosen because it was his part. Baba knew that this is his part and he chose him. But how much, love they had for each other. Even for Brahma Baba, since he recognized Baba, he was completely like, little while ago, Baba said, remembrance of one. Then he said, you are being sustained in Yagya by getting
Yeah.
food, clothing, and you still sit there and remember your relatives, not remember who is sustaining you. So that kind of, now your question about brothers, I start thinking about few brothers who were there, and I knew all of them was Vishwa Kishore, Anand Kishore, and this brother who used to do accounts, what was Vishwaratan, Chandras, there are many brothers. And surprisingly, what I know, even Chandras Pai, he was in Delhi when Baba was there, and they had so much love and kind of regard for Baba that they wait for directions. They will not do anything on their own, whatever directions they will get. Like Vishwakeshwar Baba, his faith was so much that whenever, like, Baba will say, one time there were many who were sick, but they didn't have money to buy medicine. So Baba will say, go get something for them. So somewhere he will go and he will get, let's say, 20 pills, aspirins, and break it into 4 pieces and give little to everyone so that their fever can go. But I find that Vishwaratan Dada, where the Baba used to be in the office, so he had to sleep there because that was the entrance.
Right.
And everything they did was what Baba's direction was, not dictates of their own mind. Generally, we find that, brothers have their own personality. But the way I saw their relationship with Baba was really amazing. So I don't see that it's only mothers or sisters, but also brothers. So many, even when he came in Delhi, amazingly, all the brothers, lot of brothers.
But thinking about it too, not just in terms of those who knew him or were around him, but even today, like in terms of the Brahmakumaris, because we have so many mothers, so many sisters, all showing us how to be as in a female costume in the world and in the yajna. And so this thing of Brahma Baba as a man showing those who are in a male costume, because if you think about it, the way that Brahma Baba treated women and what he did was so unusual for its time. That was not the culture, not in India, not anywhere. And so this thing of I wonder if brothers in the world today, they may be in a family situation or not, but that they see him as an example of not just soul consciousness and that, but how to be, because he's asking you to be a man in a different way. That was sort of the thought that came yesterday.
Yeah,
For
because
sisters, it's different.
yeah, I think that man in the family, in whatever, either father, son, or anyone, I think the respect to the mothers at home is very, very important because in one of the Murli Baba said that generally they think wife is like a shoe. You
Yes.
can get another one,
Yeah.
but that's not the way it should be. It should be like Lakshmi Narayan. But then Brahma Baba set an example, right?
That's my point.
Yeah. The
That he
trust he,
showed. Yeah.
created were all sisters. And they believed, he believed in their capacity, right?
Yes.
That is why he will give all the wealth and everything to
Yes.
them. And later, yeah.
No, I was just going to say that I would imagine there must be some, not that it's important, some brothers who really got realization through observing him and how he was with mothers and daughters, and that they must have felt maybe well, they were the result of their culture or whatever, and this is not India specific, it's anywhere, and that they must have felt sorrow for how they had maybe disrespected or abused or negated, the woman that they were that were in their lives.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very important point. And
Yeah.
that learn from Brahma Baba.
Yeah, it's not just soul consciousness is one thing, but this takes it to another level. It's cultural, and I was just seeing somebody very touched by seeing how, and even one of the things that touched me in the movie last night too was, and I had not known this, or I'm sure somebody would have mentioned it, but that idea that Brahma Baba, even when he was leaving the classroom, he never turned his back on the on the students. So it showed him in the movie, it shows him, you know, in the history hall, getting off the guddy and, you know, taking leave, but going backwards out of the door rather than turning his back on them. I thought that was nice. So this is very royal behavior. And then going back to a Murli of a few days ago, where Baba said, I think it was Friday's Murli, that he teaches us such remembrance that we never forget. And so again, naturally, for the whole cycle, something remains that we didn't forget. And so Brahma Baba must have held it most deeply, because he was the first one to remember again when it came back to the confluence age, no?
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, when at least even if you see him in a Lokik way, his personality was very, very simple, but very royal, very royal.
Yeah. But
And
his,
yeah, and social in society, he was very known for helping people and, you know, whatever way. So some people have wealth, but they don't think they have to share with anyone else, you know. So whether it's body, whether it's wealth or relationships, I think ideal is a good example.
my admiration for him. And I also think he's very handsome. I remember once years ago, we were sitting here and there was a sister, she was Gujarati, and some of us were commenting on his picture, you know, like he's really handsome, and she wasn't saying anything, and we asked her, don't you think he's handsome? And she says, I have a husband, I'm not allowed to say something like that. Yeah. So no,
Because
he's very,
in the,
very deep.
yeah,
Yeah, my
in the
appreciation.
beginning, no, when mothers start going, and they thought it's Brahma Baba's attraction.
Yes.
And it was not that, but
Yeah.
of course, lot of love for Brahma Baba.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So all the questions I was going to ask you have flown away. So, all right.
Yeah, it was nice to hear your experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Big fan.
Yeah, you should
Thank
keep
you, Didi.
sharing that, right?
Thank you.
The film you are talking is Fortune Maker, right?
That's right. Yeah. So the English version of it, we watched together last night.
Discover of Fortune. Mm.
Yeah.
Very good.
Lovely.
Okay.
This is our story.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Didi. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Vartan.
Om Shanti, thank you. And so now tomorrow is Tuesday and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. and then we'll continue with the Bhatti. And evening 5 to 6 p.m. English Avet Murli revision. Together with that and breakout room Avyakti Children Murli class 5 to 5:30 p.m. Then we'll continue with Bhatti and then Hindi series, English series and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take Drishti from Didi. Request everyone to keep your videos on.
ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल चल कर ले मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आज नहा ले। परम पिता का प्रेम पात्र बनकर तू शुभ वर पाले। ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, हो जा मन में मगन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन। 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 अब चल कर ले मिलन।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।